Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia KE. Thank you so much for tuning in one more time. I'm just going to discuss something very interesting with you today, but before that, kindly please hit the notification bell, subscribe, share, help me grow, help me become better at this. I'm starting off and I'm hoping that I'm going to be growing more and more, and I want to delve into a topic that is of interest to all of us, something that affects everybody, and I know that somebody is going to learn and become a better person from this today. I want to talk about jealousy. Yes, jealousy. Jealousy is an ugly trait, very ugly trait on anybody. So I wanted to discuss, like, how does it happen? At what point do you need to do something about it? By definition, it's defined differently. Everybody will define it differently, but for the most part, it's a feeling. I'm feeling jealous, mostly towards somebody, towards something that somebody has, and that's the area I want to delve on today, when it affects a person or a person you know, or someone close to you. Because sometimes when it's far away, I can't be jealous of Beyonce, for example, but it's so easy for me to be jealous of a classmate or of a sister or of a brother. You bringing back home is just that feeling of, I want what you have, why don't I have what you have, what's special about you, and the feeling that you're supposed to be the one who has it. So if defining it per my terms, that's how I would define it. But there's a friend of mine who defines it very well. He says that jealousy is the last stage to becoming a witch. Yes, to becoming a witch, simply meaning that it's the last step until you start taking steps to hurting somebody else or harming somebody else because of what you think they have. Hurting somebody could be by words, by thought, or by deed. Certain things that you do towards this person. It might not be physical that I'm going to beat them, but it might be the actions that you take, like talking about them negatively and things like that. So what are the effects? The effects of jealousy go beyond just the what it does to the other person, the way you hurt the other person. Jealousy affects you as well. It can lead to stress. It can cause havoc in your life. It can cause it can make you not to be comfortable with someone for no good reason. So for a person who feels jealous, the first thing that you need to understand or learn about today is this amazing thing called comparison trap. We all find ourselves sometimes in this comparison trap. Comparison trap, as the word says, is simply being in a place where you're consistently comparing yourself to others. I have this they don't have. They have this I don't have. I'm 30 years old, but he has a car, he's driving, he has a good job. I don't have that. It's called a comparison trap for a reason. It's a trap that if you get yourself into, then you need to find out how to get out of it. Because it's a trap. You compare yourself today to someone, tomorrow you want to compare yourself again on another thing. If I say my brother has a car and I don't have and he's younger than me, then tomorrow I will be, my brother is talking to me rudely because he has a car, or my mom is treating my brother differently because you'll consistently compare. In the meantime, your life is stagnant. You're not improving. The person you're jealous of is probably doing amazing in their lives and they continue to grow. And it's a trap that you have to recognize and get yourself out of. So once you recognize that you're in this trap, how do you get yourself out of it? How do you stop being jealous? How do you do things deliberately in order not to be jealous? Because jealousy has caused so much havoc in our society. Brothers not talking to one another, sisters hurting each other, even at the point of, say, co-wives in the African setting, and you want to harm the other person because they took away your husband. Maybe there's something else that you can do that is worth it, that will make you a better person. So shift the focus from the other person to yourself and see how best to improve yourself. Overcoming jealousy can be both a challenging and a rewarding process, but it's one that once you take it, you realize how fast you progress in your own life. So here are some few steps on how to overcome jealousy. The first one is self-awareness. Understanding who you are, understanding what you're good at, understanding things you don't like, understanding the triggers that make you jealous in the first place is key to overcoming jealousy. Take a self-awareness kind of journey. I'll share some tips on some ways on how to overcome jealousy or on self-awareness and things that you can do in a later video. So first is self-awareness. Number two is understanding the root cause. What makes you jealous? Is it that you're not good enough? Is it that you're not making progress in your own life? What is it that makes you jealous? Understanding what causes it in the first place. Why are you even jealous in the first place? Do you have self-esteem issues? Are there things in your past you haven't dealt with? Is there somebody that, triggers you? Is there something that you want to do differently? Understand why. Why am I jealous? Most people are not comfortable with going to the place of digging into themselves and understanding who they are. But that's the only way to live a true, fulfilling life. Yeah. Number three is recognize and celebrate your own successes. Recognize and celebrate your own little wins. There's no person in the face of the earth who has not achieved anything in their own life. Be it education, be it financially, the small things that you have done for yourself. The way that song says, count your blessings. You literally need to count your blessings. Count the things that you've done and you're proud of and you're happy about. And you can share with somebody and say, I've done 1, 2, 3 that I think I've really done well for myself. Yeah, so recognize the little wins, celebrate them. Celebrating doesn't mean calling a party. Celebration doesn't mean going for a bottle of, drinking something. It's different for everybody. For certain people, especially men who relax in the evening, maybe it just means hanging out with your friends, watching a football game, and that's it. For ladies, maybe it's treating yourself to some nice, spa day and things like that, or buying yourself a jewelry, or just setting goals, small ones. And then you say, when I achieve this, I do this. When I achieve this, I get myself this. And you stick to it. With time, you will start appreciating yourself and appreciating the little things that you have. And then, limit social media exposure. That's if it's a trigger for you, you need to work on limiting how much you expose yourself to social media. But I go and ask myself, in this day and age, how effective is that? How effective is staying away from social media? Limiting is one thing, but staying away is not easy. So even when you're there, you just need to be careful about the things you consume so that you're not triggered towards that end. Because every time you operate on a place of jealousy, it works against you because you're not growing, you're not improving yourself, you're not achieving the things you need to achieve. In fact, it derails you because your energy, your focus, your effort is on somebody else. Being negatively or positively is not good. Then communication is key. If it's a person and maybe they've wronged you or they're hurting you, it makes you jealous of the things that they have, then communicating that you're doing this wrong is important. Communication is everything. The way you communicate matters. What you communicate matters. When you communicate, it matters. So maybe that's the solution to this problem that you've always had. I'm not jealous of you because I think I cannot do it, but you're constantly putting me down by your words or your action, and that makes me feel like I'm not worth it. So this means that maybe the other self-esteem issues that are underlying takes us back to self-awareness as our number one step. And then build your self-confidence. That's important. And focus on personal growth. I've talked about that. It's important. I think the whole issue with jealousy is just that there's something underlying in us that we haven't recognized that we need to deal with so that we're able to focus on us, our growth, our future, how to build collaborations and how to work with the person you're jealous of to grow in order so that to be like them instead of working towards bringing them down or something like that. Because in this life, there's always someone before you, above you, and there's always someone after you and below you. You're in the middle somewhere, always. It doesn't matter how good you are. Even the best student in the world, there's probably someone who's done it better. There's always someone below you. There's always someone above you. There's always someone ahead of you, and there's always someone behind you. It's such a chain. that you cannot afford to focus on the now. And then there's this thing called karma. Things will change. Today I have, tomorrow you have. Today I have, tomorrow you have. Today I have, tomorrow you have. So when I have, can you let me enjoy? Can you let me have it? Can you let me appreciate what I've worked for? Yeah. The other thing about communication is just talk to the person you're jealous of and try to understand how they made it there, or what it is, that what it takes to be where they are, or to have what you're jealous of. Most of the time that I've talked to people that I feel or I think have achieved greatness, there's so much underlying darkness that the social media don't show you, and they don't show you, that they can only come out when you talk to them. Then you realize that everybody is struggling in this life and you're not alone. Your struggle is not mine, but doesn't mean that I don't have mine. So if I put my weight towards pulling you down, then I'm just another problem, and I am wasting my time at that point instead of putting the effort towards building you. The best you can do is communicate to this person, communicate to this group of people, and see how you can harness each other's energy, collaborate, and do something even bigger together. Let's talk about homes, for example, where there is someone who has worked so hard, they have this amazing mansion, and the other brothers are probably languishing in poverty and struggling. My question is, do you think that this person who has built did not put in the effort? Do you think that they had it easy? If they overcame it. I just need to learn what they did differently. Because God gives to all. We're not special because of this or that. I just need to know, what did you do differently? How can I do it? That's it. So communicate, open up, talk. Don't die in silence. We live in a generation where I die in my jealousy, then I start doing funny things to hurt the other person. Not very nice, but it happens. Then develop some sort of a support system. If the family support system doesn't work, then there's a way that you can go around it and build something for yourself. There are broken families, there are broken marriages, there are broken relationships. But for you to stand, you need something a little bit stable. You need maybe a friend or two, and maybe the friend doesn't have to be there all the time, but build sustainable relationships. They can be from family or non-family members, but it's important that you develop yourself and just focus on your personal growth and build proper, professional, functional relationships. Lastly, seek help. Seek help. Seek help. The part that men run away from. Seek help. This is because if you're constantly jealous, you probably need to talk to a therapist. These things that we think are meant for people who are mad in mother, it's probably meant for everybody. As I told you, it is such a draining trait. It drains you. That's what people don't understand, because when you're rumor mongering and you're gossiping, and you think you're bringing the other person down, you might succeed in bringing the other person down, but how does that help you? If this person was growing fast enough to open doors for you, then what have you done? But if this person ignores you and moves on with their lives, then what have you done? What have you done? How have you gained? How has it helped you? Again, if I bring someone down because I'm jealous, I've brought that person down not just for themselves, but for the people that they would have helped, for the person they would have helped, for the projects they would have done, for the changes they would have made, the relationship they would have created for me, for my society, for my community. Look at the distraction we do by just wanting something that somebody else has. We also have to realize and recognize that we're different. We're built differently. Just because I'm a good, amazing singer doesn't mean that you have to be one. Just because I succeeded in my studies doesn't mean that I'm special than somebody else who went into business and did not focus so much on us. Look at on school but made it. I wanted to say, look at someone like the owner, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, who dropped out at some point, but the people graduated, but isn't he doing better? So what would jealousy help you with? My brother, my sister, let me tell you, it's an ugly trait. It's a step away from witchcraft. It's a step away from being evil, from being nasty, from being bad. Because you know, you might not do it physically, but I also believe in the spiritualities. I believe in God. I believe in things that happen, that there's more to life than what we see with our own open eyes. In the moment, jealousy is a spirit. If you're a prayerful person, pray against it. It derails you. The realization that I need you to come to today is it's more harmful to you and to the people around you than it is harmful to the person you're jealous of. Kindly just share with me what your thoughts are around this topic on jealousy. How do you think we can stop it? How do you have an experience with jealousy? A jealous person, a jealous relative, a jealous friend? Do you have an experience with such people? And do you wish they would have done things differently? Or have you ever been jealous yourself? Have you ever tried to hurt somebody yourself because you're jealous? Because you think what they have is better? Because you think they're better than you because of this and that? This life is too short for this drama. Just focus on yourself, grow yourself, improve yourself. God gives to all. Your day is gonna come. And in the meantime, build relationships and become a better person each and every day. Thank you so much for listening to me one more time. My name is Sonia KE. Subscribe, share, and help me grow. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Mwah.